guys, it's Katie here from Creativa, and I want to do another project today, and I'm hoping to do this project in one video. Best luck with that. I'm going to use the Esencia SVG Mini Album files, and I'm also going to use the Stars add-on window pocket files, and I'm going to use them to make a folio. So that's my plan. Okay, so I think we'll just crack on and we can talk as we go. I should say I'm going to put the list of all the pieces that I've used in the description box below, so don't worry about writing things down or anything like that. And we will just, I'll just show you which pieces I've used as we go along. I think that's the best way to go. So, let's see now. Okay, I have two of the base pages and one of the belly bands. I have this big stack over here of things. See, we're going to work our way through this. But I have to remember what I had in mind, because I cut all these pieces out yesterday, and then I was going to do the recording, but then it got too late and I thought, oh, if I do it now I'll mess it up, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so let's see. We're starting with the L1 base page. So the L1 base page here, I've cut two of those out. So let's go ahead and do that. And it has these tabs across the top here, which we do not need today. So I'm going to cut those off both of these. If I hold them up the same way, it might help. Cut the tab off these two. I'm also going to cut this tab off this long side and just leave this tab here. So you can see that there's two score lines. I'm just going to cut out that first one. So let's start with that. Okay, so I'm just going to line up my score line here on my cutting board and just cut that tab off because we don't need that today. And then we're going to cut this long tab off because we don't need that today. Okay, so we're just left with this piece here with that one score line there. I'm going to do the same with this one. So in case you have not seen my videos before, these pieces that I'm cutting the tabs off now are cut from SVG files, which are scalable vector graphic files that you can use on with your electronic cutting machine. And the scalable vector graphic files, this one that I'm using here is called Esencia, and there's actually 27 files in here, and it gives you everything you need to make an album from start to finish. And we are working our way through different albums that you can make, because with this one we can make a 2-page, a 4-page and a 6-page album, and we can also make it in portrait and landscape. And so far we've just made a 2-page landscape album, but we're working our way through the different pieces and making different albums. So this one is not even one that I suggested being a 2-page, a 4-page or a 6-page. This is a folio because I'm having some problems with concentrating or finishing things at the moment. So I just thought I need to do smaller projects, and I think maybe that's how a lot of people feel, that sometimes it's nice just to do a smaller project that you can see the end of. And a folio seems like a good way to go. I'm a bit excited about that. I'm also a bit excited because, you know, there's so much versatility with these files. We can do so many things. Oh, I also want to cut off these tabs off this belly band. So this belly band is in here as well. I should mention that the pieces the pieces themselves are in blue, and they have the pink mats on top, and I've given everything an alphanumeric number so that it's easy to refer to. And if you wanted to purchase these SVG files yourself, you can get them from my Etsy store, and I'll put the link down below. And you will get a PDF guide, and it has all of these pictures in it too, so it's really easy for you to refer to. So I have the W1 belly band here, and it's got 2 little tabs on each side, and I'm going to cut them off. I might even chance it with my scissors, which is not always a good idea for me, but I'm just going to cut across that score line. There we go. And it's a bit hard to see in the light. Across there like that. So all the pieces have got tabs on them all the way around, so that you can use each of the pieces in a different way. I'm just going to cut little tabbed nodges, whatever the word is. It's going to miter these little edges so that they're easy to fold in, like so. Yeah, all the pieces have got tabs all the way around them, so that you've got the opportunity to use them in different ways, and all you have to do is just cut off a tab here or there, and you can go from a pocket to a flip. You could use it as a belly band, all sorts of things. Okay, some glue. So I am using this Tiger Grip glue by Helmer, and I've just put it in this little bottle, and I probably should have refilled it. So anyway, we'll use this until we can't use it anymore. So I'm just going to put some glue on these tabs. I'm actually going to do it the other way. Let's start again. I want the tabs to be on the inside, I think. Although it doesn't really matter. No, let's do it this way. See, I've already forgotten. I had a plan and I've already forgotten. So let's put some glue on these tabs. And I'm going to stick the belly band to it. And that's going to be, instead of being a belly band now, it is our spine of our folio. And the base pages will be our covers. So let's just make sure that that's really glued down. Push that down really hard, make sure that's... And then we'll do the same with this side. I have tried to get ahead a little bit on some of these pieces that I'm using today by matting a few of the pieces just to save a bit of time, because I am hoping that we can get this done in one video. Wouldn't it be nice to have a one video project? That I never do that. I would be happy with that. Okay, that's our first part done right there. So it folds like so, and then this one folds like so, folds nicely. Give it a good burnish. Right. Okay, so the next part, let's get out some more pieces. The next part we are using are these ones here. These are the N2 pieces, right? So they're long pockets, N2. I've cut 4 of those, and I've also cut the mats for that, so that's N2. And that's these guys here. I might just put this to the side for a second. And as you can see, I've gone crazy with the paper clips. I was trying to work out where everything was going to go, so I sort of line it all up and spread it all out so that it seems like I know what I'm doing. You can only hope. So I want to attach these guys together as pockets and then have them on each side of our cover. So we do need to cut some tags off, and I'm going to mark them with my pencil. So to start with, we don't need these tabs on one side, but we do on this one, and we do not need a tab. Actually, we could just fold them in. Let's start by cutting a couple of these tabs off here. That's a good start. Okay. So I'm just again lining up that score line and trim this off this one and flip it around. Trim it off this one. So it's starting to get a bit cool here now in Perth, in Western Australia. I'm actually wearing sleeves for the first time in ages, so that's nice. I love this weather. The mornings and evenings are pretty cool, but not freezing. But the days are sunny and warm. It's just beautiful. I don't think I meant to cut the tabs off that one, did I? Yes, I did. I've got 2 there. See, this is why I have to mark them with little crosses, because I immediately forget what my plan was as soon as I start cutting and start talking. Right, so on these ones where I haven't cut anything off, I'm just going to fold these tabs down. Finish those. I could have done this, you know, while you weren't here, while you weren't watching. I tried to be organised, but I've clearly forgotten how to be organised. Okay. And then this one here, I'm wondering if it would be easier if I fold it. Sometimes the grain of the paper doesn't work very well for the folding, I find. Also, my hands don't seem to want to work today. Okay, there we go. So my plan is to attach this one here to one of these. And this tab here, I've marked to cut it off. I'm actually thinking we could just turn it in and glue it down, and it will just be a stronger. See, it doesn't want to bend. There we go. Maybe we'll do it this way. You really don't want to bend. What about this way? All right, we'll start with that way, and then we'll go this way. If we just burnish this down and glue it down, because this is going to be like a pocket, then it'll be a bit stronger there, and it'll have a nice finish. So we can do that, and it's one less piece to cut off, so that's cool. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this one to this one onto here, and let's also turn this one in whichever way it would like to go. Right. Okay, so we have this one that has a tab on this side that we haven't done anything with, and on this side we're going to glue this one down as well. So let's do that. And this tab here we will turn in, but it's going to be the tab that we attach it to the cover of the folio. That's the plan. Right, so we have this one here. We've cut the tabs off the top and the bottom. We've folded in and glued down this one, and we've got this tab here. So what we're going to do and then is take this one here where we have folded down this and glued this tab, but these 3 tabs we are going to glue down and attach onto here. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we're just going to line that up on that score line and attach it down like so, and like so. Make sure it's lined up at the bottom, and then it should also be lined up at the top. Make sure that I've done a good job of that. I've seen better, seen worse. And I'm just going to give a really good burnish and make sure it's not going anywhere. Make sure it's really got good contact. Okay, so then that's our first foldy pocket there. So we can attach that to our cover. So this is our cover. I don't know why I just turned it that way. It really doesn't make any difference whatsoever. So I'm just going to put some glue on that tab. And oh dear. Okay, and then I'm just going to attach it to here. So I'm just going to push that, press that down, line it up and attach it there. So we'll wipe that glue off. Thank goodness for matting, hey? That's what I say. Okay, so then our album will be like, our folio is going to be like this. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing on this other side with these two pieces here. But I will save you from watching me do exactly the same thing again. So I'll go away and do this and then I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back and I have also done that little flip out pocket here on this side as well. So now we have a pocket flip out on each side and our folio folds up like this. And we have that spine there, so we've got quite a lot of room to add some things in. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a waterfall in here. So I've already gone ahead a little bit and cut out a few bits and pieces, just hopefully to save time. So I've cut out all my waterfall pieces and they are here. W4 is the actual piece itself, so that's this guy here, W4, and then the mats are W10, and then that little skinny strip there, which I haven't given a number, but so these are the W10 mats with the W4 waterfall, and I have cut out 7 of those, so I've got 14 mats and 7 of the little strips, those little strips there, I've got 7 of those. I've also cut out a W3 piece here. Let me show you. This little W3 piece here. And the mat for that, which is W9. So I've cut out a mat for that. There. And then I used the stars to also cut out a piece for that. So I cut out another W3, but I cut that out of the add-on stars. And as you can see, I have already matted it with another W9 plate piece, and it's this very bright, very glittery silver paper, which I thought worked really nicely with the stars. So that's what we're going to use for the waterfall. So let's put those bits to the side. And we can probably put this to the side for a second while we build our waterfall. So I just have a bit of scrap cardstock here, which I hope is... It's not wide enough this way, but is it going to be wide enough this way for 7 of them? I don't know. But for these ones here, I've already matted 6 of them just to save a bit of time, so you can see I rounded the corners, I've inked around the edges of my scrapbook paper, and then I have also done the same on this side, and I put the strip on that side there. So I've done that for 6 of them, so we can just do this last one together. So I'll start by rounding the corners. And I'm going to put a little circle here because I'm going to put a magnet there. I have to remind myself not to put the mat on before I put the magnet on. Right, then I have some black ink somewhere. I'm just going to do those little edges there. And I haven't even done this here. So if you're wondering what this scrapbook paper is that I'm using, it's just a black and white design. It's just black and white, and I've actually designed it myself from... yeah, on the computer. I wanted to have a go at designing my own scrapbook paper. So let's see what it looks like when I'm done. I think there might have been 9 or 10 different designs, and I just did it in black and white. And I'm really curious to see how it turns out on an album. So I hope I like it. Okay, so I'm just going to put that mat on there. And this one here, so this is the back side. I'm not putting the front side on yet because it's going to have a magnet underneath it, but I don't quite know where that magnet's going to go yet, so I can't put it on. And then I've got that little guy on there. Okay, let's make some space. So I need my piece of paper. I'm not sure if it's going to be long enough, but let's just go for it, right? So I've got this scrap bit of cardstock, and I am just going to measure it so it's the same width as my waterfall pieces, because I just want to stick them to it. I'm pretty sure if you've watched any of my videos before, you probably have seen me do a waterfall, and you might have seen other people do waterfalls too, but it feels like it wouldn't be right to not do it together. So then I'm just going to put some glue on this tab here and stick them down. People always love waterfalls. For a start, they're a great way of showing lots of photos, and I don't know, there's just something about them that whenever I show someone who hasn't really had much to do with interactive albums before, they always say, oh, I love that page. Isn't it funny? And it's one of the simplest things to do. What have I done with my wipe? Here we go for my gluey mess. Thank goodness this dries clear. Okay, so then we flip that one up, make sure it's stuck down, and then we can just line up all the rest and do the same thing. Trying not to use quite so much glue maybe. So I'm just going to line those two up, butt that up on there, best I can. Pull it down. I'm just going to fold them both over and make sure they line up pretty well. Although my glue doesn't give me much time for that, so you know, once it's down, it's down. So I'll just go ahead and quickly do all of these, and then I will be right back, because you know, this is gonna, if I make you sit through all of this, it's gonna make the video really long. All right. Okay guys, so I am back and I have laid down all of those little waterfall pieces. I think they look quite nice. And I have a little bit of cardstock hanging off the bottom here, so I'm just going to trim that off with my cutting board. So I'm just going to try and line it up and just trim that off. Beautiful. And I think that I got a little wonky at the side here, so I'm just going to try and trim that little bit off there. I think that should do it. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a little bit wonky, but you know, that's life. Okay, so we can organise to put this on our page now. So we need our little closure, which is our W3, I think I said it was. Let's have a look, I've written it on here. Yeah, W3. And I'm going to cut this tag off that one because we don't want that extra bulk. So I'm just going to cut it just a smidge on, just like a really tiny little smidge inside or this side of the score line, so that hopefully it doesn't interfere. So I've already put that glue on here. So I've done that in other videos. I've just run a little tiny bead of glue on a few of these stars and then all the way around the edges, but obviously on this side, and then stuck the paper down. And then I'm just going to glue this one on top so that we have a nice finish on the back. I'll use this glue. And so I'm just going to run a little bit of glue on there. And pop this one on here. Line it up. Line it up. Make sure it's sitting nicely. And then I'll just really give that a good press, make sure it's stuck down. Okay. And then I want to, I maybe did not give it quite enough, cut quite enough off that backing piece, but it'll be alright. Then, with my ruler, which was behind me, I'm going to find the center point on this page. So from this, from where the spine piece is to where that fold line is in centimeters, it is 18 centimeters. So I'm just finding the halfway point, which is 9 centimeters. And then this little guy here is 3 centimeters, so the halfway mark there is 1.5. And I'll just rub this off later. And then I can just attach this to here with a bit of glue on this tab. And it's going to line up my 2 little lines there and press it down. And wipe up my gloomy mess, like so. And is my eraser nearby? Here's one, grotty looking thing. Just rub off that little mark there. And that's that one done. Okay, so that one's in place, and then now we can put the mat down on this page. So I'm going to use this stripy paper for my mat. I like it. I think it looks nice. Quite happy with that. So for the glue that I'm using here, it's just a craft glue. It's I think it's an acetone based one, so it dries clear, which is just as well for me. It's cheaper than the Tiger Grip, so I prefer to use this for my mats. And it gives me a little bit more wiggle room time than the Tiger Grip, which I need for lining up mats. Oh, that looks snazzy. It looks so nice against the black, I think. Okay. And then we need to decide where our whole piece here is going. Now, we don't have to worry too much about measuring it because it basically takes up the whole page. So the only thing we have to worry about is that this bit here reaches this section here. Okay, and then trying to line it up so that it's even up the top. I can't really see from here. What I could do, let's just see, this is 20.5 centimeters and this is 23 centimeters. So if I would have 2.5 centimeters left. So what say we have, I don't know, let's have 1.5 centimeters at the top, maybe. Let's try this. 1.5 centimeters at the top. So if I line it up with those 2 little marks, which I now cannot see, how does that look? Wonky. Ooh. Like so. Yeah, that'll do. I'm happy with that. Okay. So now I can just put a pile of glue on the back of here. Make sure it's going to stick down, and I will just line it up with those little marks that I made, which you can't see, there and there, and then just make sure I'm sort of happy with where it's placed on the page. Pull my little dude closure back. Oh, I feel like it's still wonky. I need to stand up. It looks wonky. And I don't have time to fix it now. I think it's the waterfall. I think I have not put the waterfall straight, but okay, we're going with that. I hope my head wasn't in that. Sorry if it was. I just washed my hair too and it's still all wet. So, okay, so now we can start thinking about our magnets. So, where did I put those? Here we go. 2 little magnets. Let's have a little scrap of paper here. So I'm just going to attach my magnet down here. I did not glue that on very well there, did I? Now my head's definitely in the photo, in the camera shot. Sorry. I do try to avoid that, especially when my hair's still wet. I haven't even brushed it. I just got out of the shower and off I went. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue here. Put my magnet there, I mean. There's a bit of glue there. Then I will put this magnet on top. And I'll put some glue on him. And then we'll flip him over and stick him down. So, I'm so annoyed that that's wonky. Oh well. I'm hoping, you know, once everything else is in its place, you will not notice. Oops. Okay. Let's do it this way. Oh. Okay, this is how not to attach your magnets, obviously. And we know when they need to go now, so flip that one over and this one over. Right, try and get the glue off my fingers. Okay, and then I can put my mat on the back of here. I don't know if this is in camera, in frame. I hope so. Put this mat on here. Like so. Make sure it's really stuck down well around that magnet. It's been a bit difficult. Okay, and then we can put our mat down on top of here, which is this one ready to go. I'm so glad at least I remembered the magnets, because you know, it's such a pain when you forget you're putting a magnet on something and you've already matted it. Okay, and then pop this one on here. And we're done. Make sure that's all stuck down. It's holding that magnet there. Okay. That's our first bit done, like that. I'll just be gentle with that while the glue dries. Okay, so there's our wonky waterfall. Okay, right, what should we do next? Maybe this page here next. So I had some bits and pieces cut out for that. I just need to sort through them and find them. We're going to have some belly bands, and there is going to be some flips, I believe. Okay. Oh, this is quite a busy page from memory. Okay, so let's move this out of the way, shall we? and start off with this little set here. We're just going to make a little booklet that we're going to stick onto the page. So these pieces here. Oops. Okay, so we have 3 of these. These are T2 pieces, and these are the mats for those. And don't worry, I'll write down how many mats and everything that you need. So T2 is this guy here. So I've cut out 3 of those, and I've cut out 5 of the mats, and then I have cut out, and I've just done the same thing with this one here. This is a W5, so I've cut out one of those and one of the mats, which is W11, and then I've cut the same thing out in the stars. So in the stars, we've also cut out this little W5, and the glittery paper is the W11 mat, so I've cut that out. And we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did on this waterfall. I'm going to put a magnet, sandwich a magnet in there, in between these pieces, or in between the mat, so we can have some more magnets holding things down. Okay, so that's what we've got going on here. So for these guys here, I'm going to trim off this one, and this one, and because we're going to fold it over and attach it to this one, so that's one's going to come off. And then for this one, we are not going to cut anything off. Okay, so let's just get out our cutting board and trim off these pieces here. So it's going to be like a little booklet. And we're just lining up that score line. And this one. And this one. And this one. Okay, so we've got those 2 like that. That one with nothing off. And then because we're doing the same thing here, I'm just going to trim this little tag off this one here so it doesn't interfere with the folding. And we don't want it to be too bulky, so we'll just cut that little guy off. And then on these 2 here, where we've got this tab, this one tab, I'm just going to fold it over, burnish it down, and the same with this one, fold it over, burnish that down. This one we're going to do it for all of them. And this one. And this one. Okay, so for this one, it's going to be our bottom piece. We're going to fold 3 of these in. I suppose I could have left it this way, flipped it over. There we go. And this is going to be a pocket opening here. So we're just going to glue that tab straight down so that, you know, it gives our pocket a little bit of extra strength. And wipe that off. Well, you could cut that off too. That's completely up to you. Like that. And then I'm going to attach these 2 here straight on top, so it's like a little booklet. So let's do that. Pop that one down on there. And then the same with this one. Straight on top of there. that's our little booklet. Let's make sure that we haven't got glue oozing out everywhere, just a little bit. Right, now to hold these little guys down, that's what we're going to use this guy for. So I'm going to, as usual, attach this little strip here onto here. Make sure it's lined up as best I can. So just make sure that just run down the edge here. Just really want to make sure that that's sticking, and down here, because that glitter paper is a little thick, so we'll make sure that the two pieces of cardstock connect, and then we can put a magnet on here. So I'm going to put it about here because I don't want it to make it too hard for my mat to stick on top, and then we can stick a little mat on top. Like so. Just pop that one on top like that. We have a cute little closure. Isn't it a baby? I love it. The one thing I've found with using these little add-on window pockets is you essentially, it's embellished for you. You just, you know, in the last album I made, when I used the quatrefoil pockets, I hardly did any embellishing because it just didn't need it. Okay, so on this back page where we've stuck this tab down, we're going to attach this guy. I just want to find the center, as I do, because I'm just not real good at eyeballing. So it is 11.5 centimeters, so about 5.75. Okay, and then so this must be 3 centimeters wide, so that's 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeters. Okay. Then a little bit of glue on that tab. Ooh. And we'll see. I've kind of messed that up because I put the line on the wrong side, but you get the idea. That seems about right. Okay. So let's make sure that's nice and firmly attached on the back here. It certainly would be with the amount of glue that just came pouring out. I'll clean that up. And you never get to see that, so that's fine. Okay. So then we can put a magnet on the front. So make sure that that folds over nicely. And let's find a magnet. Pop him on top like that. I'll just put a little drop of glue on there. And line this up. And just squash him over. And then come back again. Might put a bit more glue there. And pop that on top. Like so. Okay. So now I can mat that. And I think I might go around and just round the corners of each of these little guys here, and also the mats that I've cut out to go on there. But we won't do that right now. I'll just pop that to the side, and I'll just put that little guy in there. We'll just pop that to the side for now. And we'll look at the next pieces. So I have here some pieces that I've cut out that I thought I would just have as flips. So I'll get rid of all my little paper clip stash here. Okay, I have got, it's a mat. This is an R2 pocket. So here we go, R2, PQ, R2 pocket. I've cut one of those, that's this one here, and then 2 mats for that, which are R4, so that's going to be a flip. And then I have cut out 2 of the Q1s, so these are big guides here. This one, Q1, I've cut out 2 of those, the other one's hiding under here. Here, 2 Q1s and 4 of the Q2 mats, so that's these guys here. They're already cut out and inked and ready to go. So for each of these pieces, I'm going to have them, one coming from the top and flipping up, one coming from the bottom and flipping down, and then this guy here I'm also going to have coming from the bottom and flipping down. So for this one, we're going to keep this top tab and cut those 3 off. I'm going to do the same for this one. So I'm going to cut this tab and this tab and this tab off. And same for this one, I'm going to cut this tab and this tab off. So I'm going to cut those off and then I can pretty much mat those straight away. I might round the edges, but I'll go and do that and then we'll come back and attach them together. I think that would be the best way to do it. Okay, so I will be back shortly. Okay guys, so I'm back and I have just cut off those tabs on these 3 pieces. So we just have one of the long tabs and I've matted them all except for this one here. I've matted the back, but I haven't matted the front yet because I want to stick something to that. So let's bring this back, and this is going to be this base page here. So my plan was that I was going to attach this one to the top, like so, and this one to the bottom. So let's just go ahead and do that. Get my glue and put some glue on this tab here. Well, it's just got really cold in here. I'm going to turn the heater on, but you won't be able to hear me. Okay, so then this should fit in here perfectly. Just line that up there. Press that down. Now, just want to make sure that this guy still closes up okay. I need to just move it over a little squeeze. Don't know that I can now. It's alright, just give that a bit of a burnish, it'll be fine. Okay, and then that one flips up like that. And then this one here, oops. I'll just take that mat off and then I'm going to put this one down the bottom here. So put some glue on that tab and pop this one down the bottom. Make sure it's lined up. Press it down. Make sure that still folds over. Yeah, that's good. And then this little guy here that I've matted up, I'm going to attach him onto there. That's why I haven't matted this one yet, because I didn't want that tab showing. So put some glue on here and line this one up on here on the bottom. We've got some tabs, we've got some flips going from the top and the bottom then, so that's cool. I need to just move it over a little smidgen. Make sure that closes, yep. So then we can put that mat on there, so let's do that. Okay, and then pop that on there, like so. Looks good. Okay, over there like so. And then while I was gone cutting those tabs off and matting this, I matted that little booklet. So I just rounded the corners out on each of the pieces and put some mats down. So that's our little booklet. And it's got 3 tabs, and I wanted to put it on here, like about so. I think I might try and figure out where it should go. So this is 16 centimeters. So let's say, where's the edge? So that's about halfway there. And then this guy is, oh, that's right, he's 11.5, so that's about 5.75, I think I said. Hang on, I need to turn it around. I'm not so clever that I can read it from the side. 7.5 is about there. Okay, so I'm thinking about there because this is going to be a little pocket here, and I want to be able to pop something in there. So maybe even a little bit further over like that would be better, I think. Okay, let's just do it. So I'm going to put some glue on these 3 tabs here. And then, alright, so that was my halfway point. I'm going to slide it over a bit, about there. About there. So then we can put a tag under there. And that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I have to be now, it's there, it's stuck. Okay. Good, good. Okay, so we've got this little guy who opens up like that. And then he opens up like that. And, whoop, this one opens up like that. Okay, so we still have this whole base page. So I have a mat cut out for that. And then I have cut out a belly band and a narrow pocket. So I've already attached my mat to my pocket, but that pocket is the N1 pocket, which is the first long pocket, N1, and I put a mat on there, N3. And then for the belly band, that's one of the stars ones. Where did I put the stars? I've lost it. Oh, I've also cut a normal one here, W1, so let's have a look at that. W1 is that long belly band here. I've cut one of those out, and the stars, it's exactly the same. It's the W1, and the mat is the W7. So I'm going to attach this one to this one, but I'm going to cut those tabs off, and that's just to reinforce it. I mean, it's actually pretty strong because of that glitter paper, so maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I'm just going to leave it like that. No, I don't know. No, I'll cut it out. I'll attach it. Okay, so let's just close this up for a minute while we do our thing. Whoop. Yeah, it's already getting nice and chunky. I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm going to use this narrow pocket but as a belly band. So I'm just going to fold these 2 tabs here in and glue them down, and that's going to provide that extra strength. And it means we don't have to go the effort of cutting them off. So I'll just glue that one down there. I'll just flip it over because I'm right-handed, and stick that one down there. Okay, so then that's going to be our first belly band, and then sitting on top of that we're going to have this guy here. So I'll just cut off these 2 little tabs just on the inside of the score line. We can throw those away, and let's fold these so we know where we need to glue to. Okay, and then just put some glue on here. Ooh. I'm really trying to get it along the edge because this this glitter cardstock is quite thick, and I want to make sure that the this black cardstock attaches on either side. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Anyway, okay. Whoops, knocking things over there. So I'm just going to make sure that it's lined up. Seems pretty good. And I'll just run my bone folder down there and squidge out a bit of glue, but at least we know they're attached. On this side. Oh, I do love these little stars. They look so cute. And this is just one example of what you could do with them. And you could put anything under here. I've used foil, you could use vellum, I've used acetate, and now I'm just trying a bit of glitter, which I think looks really effective on the black, I must say. Okay, so then we can attach this one to this one. So let's just find the center, because I'm a bit funny like that. So this N1 long pocket is 6 centimeters long, so halfway is 3 and halfway is 3. And so I think this guy is 3. Whoops. So halfway is 1.5. And flip it over, and halfway is 1.5. So then I can attach some, or put some glue on these little tabs and attach this one to this one, lining up those tiny little marks that I've got going on there. That side and that side, and squash. I'm just going to bend it a bit. Is it lined up? I think so. I'm just going to make sure it's really well adhered. Only holding on by those two little tabs. Okay, so then we can bring back our folio. This is fun. I'm liking this one. It's good fun and quick. And we want to put this in the center. I don't feel like you're going to really see the tab, so I'm going to just stick the mat down first. Whoops. So I obviously accidentally double-sided printed the paper, which was not clever. Okay, so this one's going down. Really want to make sure it's stuck across the top, because we're going to be attaching things there and the bottom. Actually the whole thing. Why are you being so difficult? Okay, and then we just need to find the halfway point for here, which will be 9 centimeters. That's there. And 9 centimeters is there. Can't really see that. There we go. And put some glue on these tabs, and then we have a spot that we can put an insert of photo mat or something in here. I don't think it matters which way up it goes. That one goes about there. And then this one really see from here. Oh, let me lift it up for a second, make sure I'm sort of roughly in line there. Seems about right. Stick it on. Okay, so then hopefully our piece here will fold over. And down here, fold over. Now what's going on here? I think it needs to come up here a little bit. I think I just need to burnish that a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so I think that needs to spend a little time getting flat. Not sure what I've done there, but it'll be fine, especially because we've got to put some things in there. Okay, so then that will fold over like that. So let's have a look at this side again. Now here I wanted to put some little envelopes, and I've already made one of these little guys. Isn't it cute? Look at that. And I want to attach him on there as a little flip out. So I already made one of them, so let's make the other one together. And I'll show you what pieces I cut out. So out of the stars, I have cut out one of these X3 envelope flips. That's this little guy here, and the mat for that is X7. And I've also cut that out of the Esencia, you know, so like we've been sandwiching it together with the magnet. So we've got that one here, the X3 and the X7 that I've cut out here. So that's the X3 and the X7 mat that goes on top. And then here we have an S2, so the narrow pocket. S2 is this little guy here, and then S3 is this guy here. We'll cut out one of those and two of the mats for that, which is S6. So we're just going to make this little envelope here in this pretty much the same way we've been making everything. So I've already attached this mat, and I'm just going to fold one of these down for our pocket and reinforce that. Like so. Oh, I got glue all over my fingers. Okay. And then for this piece here, we're just going to keep this tab on one side and cut the other three off. So we're going to cut this one off, and this one off. And we're also going to cut this tab off on here. So let's quickly do that. I'm just lining that up on the score line and then just pushing it over just a smidge. Cut that guy off. And then I'll cut these three pieces off, these three tabs. And this one. I'm thinking this probably, even with my editing, is going to be a long video, and I apologise, but it would be really nice to get it done in one video, I feel. Okay, so there's that one. So then I'm just going to fold this tab over, whichever way it wants to fold, and burnish that down. And then on this side we can put a mat. I'll put a mat in here. You can hear my dogs, they're outside. I think they want to come in because they're banging on the door. Okay, and then we can attach this little pocket here. So that's the S2 pocket, and we've just put the mat on that, and we're just going to attach that onto here. So let's just bend that one over so we don't get confused about where that tab finishes. Put some glue on here. Really bossy little dogs I've got. Whoops. Okay, so now I'm going to attach this one here on there like so. Line it up. Press it down. Make sure it's lined up, Katie. A little bit of stuff just hanging off there, so I'm just going to trim that off. Okay. And then we just need to make the little flip, so I'm going to attach this onto here to make it nice and neat on the inside. Pop that on there. Make sure it's lined up. Have a good burnish around those edges. Okay, and then we need a magnet. And we're just going to pop a magnet on here, like so. Then we can put the mat on top. Oh, really rocking along now. And whoops, put that on top. Make sure that's really well attached there and my magnet doesn't try to escape. Maybe that's my next door neighbour banging, because if that's my dog, it's very loud. Yeah, it must be my next door neighbour. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this tab to this top section here of our little envelope. So let's do that. Attach that one there. So we've got the tab on this side, like so. Nearly. I haven't put enough glue there. I need to go back and put a bit of glue on there. I'll do it in a minute. Okay. Make sure that's good and stuck down. Okay, so I have already put my, so I just need to put a little dab of glue here because that glitter does not want to hold properly. So just bear with me 1 second while I stick down that glitter paper. Okay, I think we should be good now. Okay, so I had already gone and put the mat on here thinking I was being clever, but I wasn't because I haven't put my magnet on. So I'm just going to put a blob of glue on there, and then I'm just going to sort of roughly center my magnet up, and hopefully they find each other. Did you find each other? Maybe not. Maybe I've got the polarity wrong. Let's have a look. Okay. No, the polarity is right. Actually, if it goes down, it has to go that way, doesn't it? Let's just try that again, shall we? If we put it under there, that's the way. Okay. All right, slide out. Come back out. Right. This is how not to put a magnet on, but I thought I was being really clever by putting the mat on and being organised, but really not so much. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah. Okay, so, and then we can just put that last little mat on the back here, and we have a little flippy out envelope. So cute. I'll pop that one on there, like so. Okay, so we have two little flippy out envelopes, 1 and 2. Let's put this all to the side so we can bring back our folio. And on this side, all I'm going to do is put down my mat, which I've hidden somewhere safe. Where did I put those? Oops, sorry, I just knocked the camera. Okay. One of those or one of these. Maybe that one. I'm going to put that mat on, but first of all I'm going to attach these guys. With the side where, so I think I like them looking about like that. Okay, so let's work it out. On the top, if I put it at 2 centimeters there and there, it'd be like that. Let's make it 1.5 centimeters from the top and then 1.5 centimeters from the bottom. Alright, I think that's good. As long as they're even, it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm just going to attach this here with the bottom of my little envelope where I've just put that little mark, like so. Flip out. And then this guy here, I will line up the top of my envelope with that little mark, like that. Press that down and slide that down like so. I've got my glue. Then I'm going to put my mat on top. So this is the mat that goes with the N2 long pocket. But don't worry, I will put the full list of pieces in the description box for you. Okay. Looks good. Yeah, my next door neighbours, I don't know what they're doing over there. He's always doing something. Look at that, aren't they cute? Now one more little thing I had to put on here. I have a little pocket here that I thought I'd put on the bottom underneath. So this is the Stars N2, U2 pocket. This guy here, U2. So I've cut that out of the stars, and I've cut out the U4 mat out of the glitter. Of course, you don't have to use these stars. You could use just what is in the Esencia album. There's a U2 pocket. It's exactly the same in the Esencia. I'm just going to fold this top tab down to reinforce our pocket. Or you could use one of the other window pockets and do something like this with the quatrefoil pockets or the flourish pockets. And I hopefully have some more coming soon. Okay, so then one of these along like that. And we're just going to attach this to the bottom. So I'm thinking I will just eyeball it, which is pretty game with me. I'm liking that about there. And then we have this pocket here, which I won't stick anything into until it's nice and dry. Okay, like it a lot. Just really making sure it's well adhered. Okay, that's that side. So now we can do this side. And for this side, I had in mind another little envelope here. So let me tell you what the pieces are for this guy. We have oh, did I write it down? I think that's an where's my stars? It is, I think it's an X4. That's an X4 envelope flip that I've cut out of the stars, and then I've got the X8 matte, which is the glitter. And then I've cut exactly the same pieces also, of course, out of the Esencia. So this is the X4 and this is the matte for that, which is the X8. And I'm going to make that flip in exactly the same way we've made every flip. So I won't bother you with that. And but then these couple of pieces here I've already matted. And that one is a V1. Lucky I wrote on the back what it was, because I will never remember. V1. So I've cut out this V1 pocket here, and I've put the V2 matte on it already. And then this one I think is a T2. Yes, it is. So I remembered that one. Right, so I've cut another one of these T2 pockets, and I've attached the T4 matte already. And, you know, again, my plan was that this was going to be a pocket with, so this is going to be a pocket up the top here, and then we're going to attach this to the top. So let's start by putting this, let's stick this down, shall we? I was thinking, oh, maybe we should cut it off, but we'll just stick it down. Okay. Like so. And then I'm going to do the same with the T2, which is going to sit on top like that. So we will put some glue along there. So this is exactly the same as how we made those little envelope that we just made a second ago, just bigger. But this time it's going to be a pocket at the back as well. So as well as being able to put something in the front here, so we're going to attach this straight on there like so. So let's do that. We can also slide something in behind. Okay, so I'll put that one down on there, like so. Bunch it down. Of course, I've done the same thing again with the magnet, where I should have put it underneath the mat, but now we're going to have to try and shimmy it into place. Okay, so then I'm just going to quickly do my flip in the same way that we did it before. Okay, so I went away and finished off this little envelope that we're going to pop on here. So I just, it's exactly the same as what I did for this one. And I've popped that little magnet in there. So we need a mat for this page, which I have tucked away here. So I think we'll have a matching one. And I can just pop that on there with a bit of glue. Or a lot of glue. Yeah, a lot of glue because it's me. Pop that on there. Whoop. Got the wobbles there. Okay. The mat. And then we can attach this one onto here like that. And we've got the 3 tabs, so as well as being able to put something in the pocket, we can also put something in the pocket behind. So let's put some glue on these tabs. like so. And I think I want it fairly low down, so I've got room to put something in that pocket at the back. That looks pretty good. Stick it down. So run along those tabs, make sure that it's well adhered. There we go. Looking good. I like that. So when we open it up, that's what we'll see is those two little envelopes there and that big one there. Okay, so we just have this couple inside pages to do. So on this page, I've already prepared quite a bit because this video is getting really long, but I'll tell you what I've got here. I've cut out 3 pockets. We have got T, U and V, I believe. So these are the narrow pockets. So I've cut out a T1, which is this one. No, it's not. I lied. I cut out, what have we got here? This is a U1. So I've cut out this U1 pocket here. And I have kept the narrow short tab here and cut off the 2 long tabs and this bottom tab here, and then I've just rounded the edges. So that's a U1. Then we have a V1, that's this one here, and I've done the same thing. So I've kept that top tab and I've cut these 3 tabs off. So that's that one. And then I believe this one is T2. T2, yes. So, and I've done the same thing again. So got the tab across the top and I've cut off the 2 side tabs and the bottom tab there. So I've cut those out. I've also cut 2 maps for each of those and I will pop that in the list. So all I'm going to do is glue these 3 together like a waterfall. So we'll have the longest one on the bottom and then the middle sized one. I'm just going to put some glue on that tab there. And I'm just going to attach it along the top where that tab is, so I'll just line that up and pop it down. I've got glue all over my thumb and I've just put it everywhere like that. And then the T piece goes on top like this. So it's like another little waterfall. So we've got lots of pictures in this little folio, which will be pretty cool, I think. Okay, so then we can attach that guy in here. So it's going in this section here. Let me move that out of the way. We're going to put it on this inside cover here. So let's figure out where the halfway mark is. Oh, I'll find my pencil. So this is 13 centimetres across. So 6.5 centimetres is here. And then this is, let's call it 15 centimetres. So 7.5 here. And 7.5 here. Right, so then I'm going to attach it to the top. So let's get some glue on that. Like so. I'll just pop that down on here. About there. I just wiped glue everywhere trying to find that top bit. Let me see if I've centered that. It's not really quite up the top. I guess it's there now though, isn't it? Okay, so let's just have a look at how much of a mess I made there. Make sure that's really well stuck down. And I have already prepared but I'm a bit worried about whether it's going to fit or not. My magnets keep sticking to my ruler, so I need to keep them separate. I have already prepared, but now I can't find. I don't have that much stuff left here. Where's it gone? Here it is. One of these little tabs. I'm just a little bit worried that it's not going to be long enough, so let's have a look. Oh, it's just going to make it. It's going to be tight. So this is exactly the same pieces as we used for the waterfall. So that's that one there. So I will just write in the list what these pieces are, that you need to cut these pieces out. So I'll just put a bit of glue on this tab. Excuse me. And I'll line it up about here. Press it down. And then I just need to put, I may have put the magnet too far down. Let's have a look. Well, I think it's sticking to the magnet on the back. Let's have a look. Oops. A little bit of glue coming out there. So if I just pop a little bit of glue on this magnet here so we can see where it finishes up. Yeah, see, it's right up here. We might need to put it up a little bit higher than that, so it won't 100% hit, but it'll be close enough. We'll put that there, like so. And just for now, I'll just put this little tab here. All right, we'll just let that dry for a minute. Maybe it's too high up. That's better. It's going to be tricky getting the mat on there, I think. So on that page I also had made a couple of little pockets to go underneath. So these are to go down the bottom here. These are U2 pockets, so they're exactly the same as this pocket over here. Exactly the same as this pocket over here, but this time I've just cut it out of the cardstock and the Esencia, so they're exactly the same size. So I'll put those in the list, and we can put the mat down on this page. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is, I think it was an N2 pocket, so this would be the N4 mat, I think. Again, I'll put the full list down in the description box, so you don't have to worry about that. Put the mat down. And then we can place these pockets there. So I'll just give that a burnish. And then we can put a bit of glue on these tabs. And this one here. And this one. And I've done the same thing. I've already folded over that top section just as we did for the other pockets the same size. So I'm just going to line that up and pop it down. Give that a good burnish. And then for this one, I'm thinking I might keep it as a long pocket. So if I slide this tab in here and just fold these two, then we'll be able to fit something all the way down for this one, so it can be a nice long pocket. So let's do that. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on there and a bit of glue on there, but I'll just leave this tab and slide it in like so. I'll try to. There we go. Oh, they look nice stacked up like that. I like it. I'll just attach that down there. Must have got a bit crazy with the glue on that side. Okay, Okay, and then I've already cut the mats out for all these pieces, but I won't attach them now because we'll be here all day. I mean, I'll be here all day anyway, but these are all my mats that I have already cut out. So I'll do that in my own time. So let's just close that up for now. And we only have left this side over here. Let's close that side, open this side up. There we go. And for this side, I've got a mat and I have got a couple of little flips, and I have another one of these little U2 pockets that I've cut out of the stars. So the U2 pocket here out of the stars, and the U4 mat out of is what I've got here, and I've just cut that out of that glitter. And it's the same as those two pockets over here that we've just put in. They're also the U2 pockets. Okay, so let's just close that up now. So I have also cut out, and I've just worked ahead because I know this is taking a long time. This is the V1 pocket. So I'll just quickly show you those. STU V1 pocket. I've cut out two of those. That's these two here. And I've cut off the short tabs and one of the long tabs. And then I have rounded the corners, and these are just going to be flip out. So I've got two of those. And I've matted them on both sides. So I'm just going to attach them to the side here. Put the glue on there. Doesn't matter. Okay, so then they'll just flip out from the edge. So I'm going to line this one up along the top here, like so. Gone a bit crazy with the glue. Wipe that off. And then this one here I will attach along the bottom here like this. So let's do that. Oop. So that one's going to have to be just a little squidge in from the edge so that this will fold like so. And attach that one. There we go, and then I just have the mat to go on there and this little pocket, and we're done. So let's put this mat on here, which is just as well because my glue's just about to run out. And I think this is a long video, but I do believe that I have completed a project in one video, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm also really kind of rapt that, you know, this is a project that really didn't take too long. It's good for me at the moment. I've really been struggling with getting things done. So, there we go. And then this is one of that U2 pocket, like I said, and I've just folded over that top tab as we've been doing to reinforce it. And then we can just put a bit of glue on those tabs and stick her down, and we're done. Well, I'll go and finish all the matting anyway, but the construction is done. Okay, so then this guy's going to go down here, like about there, I feel would be good. Right. I'll just burnish along here. Make sure it's well adhered. And that's it, we're done. So, I will go and finish doing my matting and make some inserts and do something to the cover. And and then when I come back I'll just do a little flip through to show you. But I'm pretty wrapped with how it's looking so far, so I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video. The Esencia SVG files are available in my Etsy store if you're interested, and these are the stars window pockets that I've been using. You could make this whole folio just using this. There's exactly the same pieces, they just don't have that stars design. So yeah, thanks very much for joining me today. I've really enjoyed making this little project with you, and I hope you come back and look at the flip through when I've completed it. Yeah, so thanks very much for joining me today, guys. See you again soon. Thank you. Bye. Bye.